All right, write an equation for the following scenario and answer the questions. It says we've got the height of a baby giraffe who's 32 inches tall and growing 3 inches per month. Now, obviously, he's not going to grow that much forever, but apparently the model, at least for a while, that's how fast he's growing. And I don't know, that may not even make sense, but that's what we're going with. So I'm going to just write the equation for that scenario. The good thing is anytime you have a linear pattern where you're just doing the same thing every month or every day or every week or whatever, you just have a slope and a y-intercept. So the slope is what's changing each time. That would be the 3. So 3 per month, 3 times x. And the y-intercept is what you started with. Well, the giraffe starts at 32 inches tall. So plus 32. Now they're also really easy to graph because you just pick the place where you start for your y-intercept and then you just go up 3 at a time. Now what I don't really want to do is go by a scale that has to go way up before I even get to 32 and then I run out of room. So I'm going to kind of do a little math graphing cheat and I'm going to kind of squiggle and just put a 32 down. Now the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make it easy on myself. If the scale is by 3s, then I can just go up 1 every time because the slope is 3. So I'm going to make my scale 3 at a time. I'll go up to 50, that's far enough. And make sure you label. So over here we're talking about height in inches. So this is the height of the giraffe in inches. And then as far as the months go down here, x is going to be months. Just go 1 month at a time because we're going up 3 at a time over there anyway. So I start at 32, 0, 32, and I travel up 3 and then I go over 1, so up to 35 and over 1, then up to 38 and over 1. So see, by making the graph scale the way that I want it to scale, I don't have to spend a lot of time trying to get the points put in weird places and it doesn't go way off the picture, and I can have a pretty decent model of what's going on that I can follow. Okay, now I do want to make sure that I understand what I'm looking at, so the questions over here on the other side are simply just making sure that what I did makes sense to me. What are the parameters and what do they represent? Parameters are going to be the numbers of the equation. What do those numbers do to the graph? How do they affect it is what it means. So we know that 3 is a slope, but you don't want to just say slope because that's generic. That has nothing to do with the giraffe itself. So the 3 is specifically how much the giraffe is growing each month. So something like growth per month. There's not a magic phrase that's right and everything else is wrong, but that's what I'm going to put. Or you could put inches the giraffe grows each month if you want to be a little wordier. And then 32 is, again, don't just put starting point. A lot of people, when you see y-intercept, automatically just say starting point. And again, that's just too generic. It doesn't tell anything specific about the scenario that I'm giving you. So starting point of what? It would be the starting height of the baby giraffe. So we could say initial height of baby. Probably want to put giraffe. If that was a baby person, that'd be a big baby. Okay. Same thing on variables. A lot of times we get just too generic. So let's actually think about what do these variables actually stand for. And the easiest thing to do would be just to look at your graph and look at what you labeled. The x stands for months. A lot of people try to make variables stand for multiple, like height per month or inches grown per month, and they try to put 2 variables in one. X simply stands for one single variable, and that one single variable is time, which is in months. The y stands for an amount of something. In this case, it's an amount of inches. It's the height of the giraffe. So for y, you could either put y stands for the height, or you could be very specific and you could say it's inches. But it's inches as it relates to the height of the giraffe. So you could put height, you could put inches. Okay, when will the giraffe be 90 inches tall? Well, we've got an equation up here. 90 inches tall, that would be the y value. So if I want to find out when the giraffe will be 90 inches tall, I would just plug a 90 in for y. There's all sorts of TI options on the calculator if you wanted to put it in and go to your table or trace a value, but you can just do the quick math here. Since subtract 32 and you get 58, and divide by 3. If you divide by 3, you should get 19.3. Somebody got, is that right? Okay. And now, again, when will the giraffe be 90 inches tall? That would be 19.3, whatever my unit is, and x is months, so 19.3 months. Okay, same thing for the bottom one. How tall will it be in 1 year? Well, 1 year is 12 months. Months is x. So I would plug that in again, but I would plug it in for x. 12 months is 1 year. So 3 times 12, that would be 36 plus 32. 36 plus 32 is 68. And that would be inches.